Committee, Representative Mariannette Miller-Meeks. Congresswoman, what is it, because I believe you will question the Secretary this afternoon, what is it you want to hear from him?
Well, I'd like to hear the truth. I think what we're going to hear instead is the Secretary continue to push the administration's line and to pontificate that they have a plan to secure the border, which they don't, and that they have a plan to address immigration. Immigration is out of control. Our border is de facto open, and we're transiting people as fast as we can through our southern border.
What do you think needs to be done instead?
Well, I think that, number one, the administration overturned all of the policies that the Trump administration had put into place that were working, be they the MMP, be they Title 42, be they Return to Mexico policy. So we had policies in place that had actually stemmed the tide of illegal immigration to this country. But what I see the administration and Secretary Mayorkas putting through are things that will actually increase the pull of immigrants to the United States and also increase the push. And they increase the push by emboldening the cartels. The cartels are making billions of dollars on human smuggling. When we were at the Del Rio border just about 6 weeks ago, we were informed that the cartels were making about $26.5 million a week at the border on human trafficking. So when we're talking that kind of money, that increases the power of the cartels, that increases the mayhem that they conduct in Central America and in other places south of our border, which increases their drive and push to bring as many people as possible across the border and then run illegal drugs through other parts of the border, which are no longer being patrolled.
So, yeah, so you have drugs coming across. We know fentanyl. We have people being smuggled across as well. And there's some people that feel like the Secretary isn't even doing his job, to the point that they believe he should be impeached. Now, I don't know how the numbers come out unless Republicans gain a majority in the midterms, but would you support impeaching the Secretary, or is there some other way you would like to go to hold him accountable?
Well, I think first and foremost, you have to have an investigation into the policies of the administration, what the intent was, and that requires getting emails, getting phone conversations, and having oversight hearings. So I think first and foremost is that we have to get a majority in the House this fall, and then once we have a majority, then we can start conducting those types of oversight hearings. But the policies of this administration, the policies that Secretary Mayorkas is supporting, and for which he continues to support, are not securing our border. They are not keeping Americans safe, and they're increasing, as we just saw this past week, with transnational criminals coming across the border and ending up a National Guardsman gave his life in order to try to save these individuals who are allegedly trying to smuggle drugs into our country. So we need to secure the border. We need policies that will do that and stop both the push and the pull of illegal immigrants coming to the United States.
Congresswoman, you will question him this afternoon. You say you want to hear the truth. I think a lot of people are on your side with that. What's your first question to him?
My first question will probably be in relationship to Title 42 and the ending of Title 42. As we know, Jay Johnson under President Obama had said that more than 1,000 migrants a day coming across the border was too much. We have 5,500 coming across the border a day now. We anticipate when Title 42 is lifted, it will be 18,000 per day. I mean, that is just staggering. Yeah. And we know that if you don't control your borders, you don't have national security. Right. So it's extremely important that Title 42 remain in place. I've got a bill that I've done with Representative Debbie Lesko tying Title 42 preservation with illegal drugs coming across. So we're hoping that the administration will come to its senses and they will keep Title 42 in place.
Okay, Congresswoman, thank you. By the way, if I could throw anything in as a suggestion, is this question: are they enforcing Title 42? Because I think that remains to be seen as well. So, Congresswoman, thank you so much for joining us.
That's part of the plan.
Okay, thank you.